Hey everyone, Christina here. Sorry, Ginger Mama Tarot here. This is going to be your May Tarotscope for Cancer placements. I'm still getting used to recording on this screen. I'm used to recording on my phone, so like my head and stuff, I get kind of like, what am I doing? But I hope you have had a wonderful April. When I was thinking about cancers, I was thinking about this idea that you're like, I kept envisioning like a pickup truck where you're like in the back and like the sun in your hair, you're like cruising down like a country road. Like you're just ready for some fun or ready for a change. And, changing weather, changing scenery, maybe like you're hoping to get together with friends that are more like-minded, something like that. Let's see what we need to know for you. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to start here. We have the Seven of Swords upright next to the Chariot. So there is something you are likely doing that's a little bit shady. It doesn't have to be anything super deceptive, but I sense that it's you, it's not someone else. Or maybe you're always focused on someone else's flaws, but not your own. And so ask yourself, get real with yourself. Like, okay, what is it that I do that's kind of just not in the best interest of others, right? And this could be anything. It could be lying or just being a little shady. It could be jealousy, envy, something like that. Like it doesn't feel like you're like cheating on someone or totally manipulating someone, like maybe you are. But you need to really reflect on why you do that, okay? And stop doing that. Both of these are signs of pausing that action. Now, it could also be, if you're like, that's not me, Christina, it could also be a masculine energy in your life. But the Emperor comes out upright, which tells me most of you, the Queen of Wands is also upright. Like, your masculine and feminine energies are actually relatively balanced. You could be dealing with a feminine or masculine energy in your life that is also being shady. And if that's the case, you know who it is. You already intuitively know. And if you're like, how do I know? It's that first person you think of, okay? That's who it is. And you're being like, you're running out of patience. I laugh at my camera. You're running out of patience. And so stop, just cut it out. You know, Page of Swords here. This is a very like entry level, like person with a sword, but just slice them out of your life. Be like, I don't deserve that shit. I don't need that shit. So I'm not going to do that. This also could indicate that you're online a little too much. Let's be real. Or that someone is also watching you or stalking you. At this point, I wouldn't really worry about it. I just focus on you, okay? Again, Six of Swords. This is all about moving to calmer waters. Like, in order to feel that like pickup truck summer vibe thing, you need to just focus on what is it that makes you happy? What's that childlike joy? What is it that's gonna bring you happiness? You know, maybe it is that you need to get outside more. Maybe it is that you need to dance and turn on music more and move your energy. Emotions that we store throughout our entire lives, literally, it's like a trash composter is how I like to describe it. We tuck them down, we tuck them down, we tuck them down, and eventually they blow up, okay? And we get triggered by other people, and we blame other people for our triggering, when at the end of the day, the responsibility is on us to heal and alchemize what it is that's triggering us, and to look closer, like with a magnifying glass, and say, why am I being triggered by this person or this situation or this thing happening in my life, okay? And I know that you're already aware of this. Like, I sense that you are. We have Death upright with the Ten of Swords, and death is not always a bad card, okay? Death can just be like you're killing a cycle, and with the Ten of Swords in reverse, that tells me you really are. You're actively working on this. And so, I like that energy, like, because as you kill those cycles and you level up and you ascend and you realize, I did that from a wounded space. I'm not a bad person. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of joy. There's nothing wrong with me. But you're gonna keep feeling better. You're gonna start to feel like you're riding in that truck down the country road. Do you know what I'm saying? So keep that up. Some of you have like a soulmate, possibly twin flame, whatever you want to call it. But they're a little bit timid about communicating with you. They feel, or maybe you feel, maybe you're timid about communicating with them. They feel like they were left out in the cold in the past. It could be an abandonment wound, a rejection wound. And so they're holding tight to their energy. They're very afraid to to talk about that. It could be a King of Pentacles in reverse. It could be an earth sign placement in their big three, or maybe you have earth sign placement in your astrology. This person or you are heavily thinking about one another. You're very nostalgic about the past. You're being called to, so if you're more of a feminine energy, we both embody both, feminine and masculine. The goal right now is to balance that for both parties, right? That's the only way we can really have this deep soulmate or twin flame connection work. If our energies are not balanced, then it's never going to work. It's simply never going to work. And most of the time, people need to do that healing independent of another person. And so you're being called to, if you're the feminine energy, to pull back and hold your boundaries. My website, gingermamatarot.com, has a wonderful article on twin flames and how to release someone that it's not a full healed connection. There are text examples and everything else. If you do not have commitment within a connection, whether that's you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, whatever it might be, if there's any question where it's a situationship, then the divine feminine, the person who holds more feminine energy, has a really difficult time letting go and really feeling safe in that connection, because there's always these questions. Or if the feminine energy kind of forced the masculine energy into that relationship, then there's a lot of, it's like a clashing energy where you're constantly doubting, would this person really have chosen me? Would they really have committed to me on their own accord? And the masculine energy, as you step back forth, if you have had a separation and someone's been in healing, as you step back forth, understand that your fear right now is of rejection, and your divine feminines was of abandonment. And those energies were designed that way. I mean, this is part of the healing journey. I know it's difficult, but it's for both people to take accountability for their own energies on their own. And with this Page of Wands, this is about an awareness or an awakening that you are having maybe at this moment, maybe recently, and the realization that you're being called on to be a spiritual leader, a spiritual teacher of some kind. And we all have different gifts. I channel very well. I read tarot very well. I have many gifts, but for me, I don't see auras, for example. I'm not a big energy worker when it comes to Reiki or anything like that. Some people I've talked to are actually really great at communicating with animals and identifying where the animal needs, veterinary attention, things like that. Some people see orbs. I also dream heavily. If you dream heavily, that is a gift from the divine. That is a really special thing. And so you need to tap into your dreams. Dreams are telling us something always. As above, so below. What is occurring in dream state is a reflection of what will occur on earth. Now, we have the ability to change that, okay? So you don't need to freak out if you're having dreams of disasters or end of the world, but it's trying to tell you something. What action steps do you need to take to help the collective? Or what action steps do you need to take to cut out friends or family? I talk to clients all the time that have dreams about friends or family gossiping behind their back, talking poorly about them, etc. That's actually occurring. And I know that's crazy to believe, but it is true. And if you tap in with your intuition, you already know that. And that's the thing about dreams. Normally, you already know exactly this. It's just Source trying to remind you, surrender to the process, surrender to the process. You have the strength to do this, okay? You definitely do. So I love this. You guys keep moving forward, whatever it is. Stay above the conflict. Anybody in your life that is not the right energy, run the other way, run the other way. I mean, get out of there, walk the other way, but don't walk, run. And again, family, friends, whatever, lovers, I know it's a hard thing to do, but many feminine energies struggle with that idea of abandonment and codependency. They always need a relationship or they fall apart. And that's not healthy. That's not balanced. And masculines are kind of the opposite, where it's they need a relationship for a minute, they love bomb, they get in your orbit real quick, and then suddenly they're totally detached and they ghost or they run or they cut you off. And this is what we're both trying to heal, this avoidant and anxiously attached paradigm. But for feminine energies, they cannot heal their codependency unless they take time to themselves and pull their energy back and focus solely on them. And masculine energy, Cancer placements, for you, if you're avoidant, but you know you have a connection that's strong with someone, it's all about you trying to take small steps to equally give to this partnership, okay? This is all about balance. And if you are not making plans, if you are not texting, if you are not communicating with them, that's not an equal give and take. That's not an equal balance. That's you taking too much from them. And divine feminine essence, that's you giving too much. And so we're both trying to heal these things separate, but also in union with one another, right? And this occurs not just in romantic partnerships. This occurs in relationships with family, with friends, all of it, okay? So ask yourself, who am I overgiving to, or who am I overtaking from? And try to correct that in your life, okay? Once you do that, it's magic. We have judgment up right here. Once you judge yourself and you trust the magic, I assure you, you have love coming in. We have the Lovers here. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. It will begin to spin quickly for you. Money will be easier for you. Love will be easy for you. But you need to follow your intuition. And some of you, I mean, you've had your heart broken by lots of people in your lives. And some of you need to walk away from people that did that, especially if you're codependent, right? Or you're more of a feminine energy. If you're more of a masculine energy, you need to take a step back to the person you had a connection with and try to heal that dynamic, okay? Please understand, when we talk about connection, anybody can be in a relationship together. Anyone can have some passion and sexual chemistry, but not everyone can have a deep soul level connection with just anyone. Normally there is only one person for you. It doesn't matter what you want to call it, twin flame, soulmate, whatever it is. If you meet them in this world, hold on to that tightly, because it's very, very rare. It is worth the hard work, okay? It is literally considered in the entire universe the highest honor to be in union with your twin or soulmate on this planet. So don't pass that up, okay, guys? I love you, Cancers. I'm so excited for you. I think you're going to have a good month. But again, just look in the mirror. Do you have any behavior you need to let go of? Look around you. Is there anyone in energy around you that's like affecting your energy? And take it back, okay? Stand in your power and your truth. And it's going to be a great month of May.